If you're creating videos but feel like you're only using a fraction of what they could do for you, you're not alone. We see this all the time. There's so much more that you can actually get from a single video, like turning it into short clips, summaries, or even generating ebooks. And that's all without spending extra time. And so today, what we're going to do, I'm going to walk you through some of the best AI templates and workflows that's going to help you to do just that. And so let's dive into it. So for those of you who have been here before, last week we dove into generating newsletters. In previous weeks, we've done different sessions. Today, we're really going to walk through a lot of my favorite AI templates and what people are using. And I think it's going to help everyone to really just be able to automate a lot more of what they're doing, and hopefully gives you ideas into other things that you could do that you haven't done before. This is really showing you different AI workflows and templates of how you can automate, repurposing and turning video content into other forms of content. And so the tool that we're using is Alphana, right? We've built a tool that allows you to be able to do this in an automated way. And so this isn't going to be a full demo to show you how to use the software. We do that session starting every Thursday. Today, you're going to see a little bit of it, but really we're going to dive into some of these templates. And so I've got already a couple that I've picked out, but kind of before we start there, I'm going to drop in a video. And the first one that I'll start with is probably using the Summarize template. If you come in here, you click Create New, I'm going to go ahead and hit Add YouTube or Upload. And of course, as everybody knows, you could take any YouTube URL and drop it into Alphana, and we'll immediately start importing the content and transcribing the video so we can analyze it to be able to generate more for you. We're going to let this one run. And once this is done, we're going to go ahead and select the Summarize template. But I did want you to see an example flow of when I pulled in a video and now I'm using Summarize. I already have a Summarize template opened and already created. And so what I thought I'd do is be able to show you that here so that you can get an idea. And I'm just going to zoom in slightly more so it comes in for you. Now, why is this workflow important? There's so many different use cases where if I take an audio or video file and I want to extract insights from it, I want to summarize it, I want to understand the key takeaways, get some summaries based on it, this can help for multiple reasons. Perhaps one reason is you want to be able to learn about what's going on before watching the entire video. So for example, I do this a lot. There might be an hour-long video on YouTube or a podcast that came out. I want to understand the key takeaways before I dive in and say, hey, am I going to give up an hour of my time to watch this video? I just literally copy the YouTube link, drop it into Alphana, and I'll come back to it and just do a quick skim. And if everything looks good and it was really intriguing, I'll go ahead and watch the video. That's one example. Another example of why you would want to use a Summarize template is maybe because you do need to digest that content so that you can learn a couple key points so that you could go do a podcast episode, or so you could go talk to your customer, or go record a webinar, or do research on a guest that you're going to be meeting with. And so there's so many reasons for it. And so I'm going to walk you through it because this literally happened from a YouTube video. We pulled in this video and it provided me with a summary. And so in this example, it's like how to automate Instagram DMs for more leads. And then it explains to you a little bit about how to use Instagram DMs to get more leads, and it summarizes it for me. This is our Summarize card. Now, if I keep dropping down, you'll see here as an example, highlight video clips. How many of you are like, all right, I don't want to watch the whole video, just give me the highlights, right? If you come here and you play this video, you can now get key takeaways. This shows you the first minute of the video. And so you can get a quick headline. You could read a little description about what the video is all about. And if I keep scrolling, you'll see different timestamps because our AI in this card will automatically analyze the entire video and pick out the best moments or the key takeaways that's worth your time to be able to watch and understand, right? And that's what this is doing. And so in this clip right here, it's from 10 minutes and 17 seconds to 11:22. So guess what? If you watch 2 or 3 of these clips and you love what they're saying and they're only 1, 2, or 3 minutes long and everything sounds great, then great. Now you can go watch that content or you can use it for other purposes. So this is a great way to digest content. All the clips are different. And if you wanted to download them, of course, it will show you a little bit more onto those features later, but you can obviously download and export the videos through here as well. In this example with the Summarize template, it extracts the key takeaways, right? Sometimes I might skip directly to this card. So I use the Summarize template, I jump directly here because now this gives me a high level, quick skim read of how I can digest this content, right? And it breaks them up into different topics or categories. Like, okay, these bullet points are about Instagram DM automation. These sets are selecting leads, right? campaign setup, automating conversions, securing and optimizing accounts, and then cost and accessibility. And so again, I could quickly digest the content that's coming in here. The other beauty of it, I don't know if you've ever watched the video that was either very technical or it's in an industry that maybe you don't understand as much, or maybe you're new to marketing or new to Instagram automation and you pulled this video because you want to learn about it. We actually produce and extract a lot of the key terms that are used inside of video content, and we put it into a table format. And what's cool is that it shows you the keyword that it identified, like in this case, auto IGDM. Like, what does that mean? And then here's the definition, right? A tool to automate Instagram DMs using real mobile proxies. Why does it matter? Because it facilitates safe automation on Instagram. And the significance is that it helps manage outreach without account bans. And we do this now for all the keywords. Look at all the keywords that it extracted. Things like keyword filtering, ManyChat, mobile proxy, lead gen, AI prompts. And it gives it to you in a very friendly table format. Again, all in one shot, right? All I did was input a YouTube video and it generated all of this content as an example. And so the summarized template's a great way. It gives you a high level overview. It shows you visually, right? A little bit more about what they're talking about in the video. We automatically extract the different quotes from the video that you can use, right? We also try to pull out, especially if you've got a video that talks a lot about facts or statistics, this ends up even looking better. But in here, it'll try to pull out anything number-wise that are facts or statistics that it can use so that you can do a quick skim on this. This is very helpful when you're doing research. I like to use it. Like if I'm trying to find some metrics and I pull videos in here, this helps me to see some metrics that come out of it. And so in this one, maybe it doesn't have as much metrics, except here, talking about generating 150 leads a month. Over here, you'll see now questions to ponder, right? These are essentially questions that you might have after watching this video. So if you've ever thought about a piece of content and you want to understand a little bit more, you could dive deeper into it. Or let's say you put in one of your own videos and you're like, what on earth would the person who saw my video ask after watching my video, right? That's what this is doing. This is essentially reverse engineering some questions out of it, right? And it explains it. I'll just come in here and add a new AI card. AI cards are essentially individual pieces of content that we can extract from Alphana or any video. And I'm going to add the questions to ponder card. So I think I was messing around with this card before, which is why it's showing you the key statistics. This one's going to generate, and I'll show you live on here what it looks like. Here are some questions about automation that probably wasn't answered in the video, but that somebody would ask as a follow-up afterwards, right? Like, what are the benefits of using auto IGDM, or how does it ensure account safety? How can personalized variations of outreach messages help improve engagement? And then finally, what are some action steps, right? So practical takeaways from the video after watching this entire video. And it breaks it down for you in a few key points. Now, here's the beauty of it, right? Is that you could use this template to get all this content, but you can also delete what it is that you don't want every time that you do a video, and then just save that as a template. So I think this is, a great starter template to be able to leverage if you're trying to just extract key takeaways, summaries, and things from a video just to learn and digest. And then save this as a template, right? Just by clicking up here and clicking save as template and then naming your template to whatever it is you want. And now going forward, every time you summarize a video, you can now use your own template. All right, so one question I got from John. All right, how many tokens or AI credits does it use per creation? That's a great question. So they all vary depending on the length of the content. The estimate right now, it's about 1.5 credits for every almost 750 words generated, right? And so that's an example of how that works. It's all based on the length of the text that it's being generated. And then we also deduct credits for videos that you export or the length of the video. So for example, if you've got like an hour-long transcript, it's roughly about half a credit per minute of video. We have an entire article that breaks down how the AI credit system works. We'll probably include it in the notes after when we send out an email to everyone for it, if that helps. What's great with video is that we actually don't even deduct credits for the video until you hit download. So you actually get to review these videos before we deduct the points for extracting the video content. So that's a nice additional benefit you see there. Next up, right now we just showed you a little bit about how you could use an AI workflow to be able to summarize a video. The second one I want to show you is how you can actually take any video, a podcast or YouTube video, and now extract and create quizzes out of it. So, go ahead and drop in the chat. Does anybody here, either a coach, a consultant, or they teach or an instructor, and they need to generate quizzes? This is also a good way for you to test your own skills if you're trying to learn about what's going on in the video. And so in this case, we pulled in a video from Mr. Beast and we said, hey, from this video, I want you to understand it and I want you to generate 3 different types of quizzes. And the 3 quizzes that we have here is the multiple choice quiz, we have a true or false quiz, and we have a fill in the blank quiz. And what's cool about it is that it automatically analyzes the video and understands what they're talking about. And it puts together a very friendly quiz that anybody could use. Like in this example, according to the video, what is the most crucial thing for a video creator to focus on to gain views? So in this example, you got A, subscribers, E, thumbnail design, E, making the best video possible, D, channel promotion. All right, so let's see what, according to Mr. Beast, what he says is the most important thing to be able to focus on to gain views. Mind you, Mr. Beast, every video gets at least 200 million views on YouTube. It's insane. So according to him, if I come down, we provide all the answers. And it's C, it's making the best video possible. So that's actually very important, right? It doesn't matter about subscribers, it doesn't matter about revenue, it doesn't matter about any of that. If you make the best video possible, all of that's going to come naturally, right? That's the key thing, right? You know, the most crucial thing for a video creator to focus on to gain views, of course, is making the best video possible. If you're trying to make more revenue, if you're trying to get more LinkedIn leads, if you're trying to get more Instagram views, right? Make the best content possible. You know, provide value to your audience, and that's going to lead towards more views, more subscribers, etc. Again, from every video, I mean, if you are trying to learn a certain topic, right? Or you're trying to teach someone a certain topic, the best way to know how you've consumed and how you understand that is to actually quiz on it, right? Ask a few questions and try to come up with answers for it. And so this works great for instructors who want to, you know, provide this to their students. If you're a coach and you coaching someone on something and you want to send them a quiz as like something that they could practice on, right? That's another reason. I saw someone who put in here, and I just want to make sure I want to get into quizzes for lead gen. Definitely, you can use this as a lead generation tool. Like, hey, here's, you know, 3 quizzes on how to, you know, on YouTube secrets to getting 1 million subscribers. And you could package this up into a PDF, right? And export it. And then now just hide it behind a lead capture form. And you've already got the content created. You don't even have to go make it up, right? Pull any YouTube video, put together quizzes based on it, and now turn that into a lead gen, you know, a lead capture kind of download or something like that. Pest control companies. All right. Yeah, this potentially could be good for pest control companies. I never thought of that. All right, next question. How can this work to create content for realtors? There are a lot of videos on Instagram that do not use voice, but have walkthroughs and info about the property. In general, I think for realtors, if it doesn't have audio, it won't work as well in here, right? So one thing with Alphana is right now, it's got to be talking videos. There's got to be someone speaking in the video because we're actually transcribing and then analyzing the context from there. But another way is if somebody uploads a video, or not uploads a video, but potentially could paste text into Alphana. So, you know, if you've got a script or if you've got a blog post or if you've got another YouTube video of something related to the real estate industry that might be helpful for like their home buyers, right? You could actually grab that video and then create key takeaways, summaries, content, and all that from the video. So I would say that's one way of looking at it. You bought a quiz creating app from AppSumo and didn't know where to start. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the quiz app does, but you could generate all sorts of quizzes here in Alphana by extracting it from different videos. Like the second version here, right? True or false. This is a second type of quiz that you could create. And so it goes through true or false. Mr. Beast believes that creating a perfect video is possible. Or true or false. Your first few YouTube videos will likely not get many views according to Mr. Beast. That's true, right? And again, what's great is that it provides you all the answers at the end so you can use to put together in a workbook, in a PDF, as a giveaway. And the third one that we have here as an example is fill in the blank. So you could take any video or audio and turn it into a fill in the blank quiz. And so in this case, it'll be like, you know, Mr. Beast believes that the key to success on YouTube is pure and then underscore, right? It's like you kind of got to fill in the blanks here. And then down here, it'll show you all the answers. Now, we touch a lot in past videos on how to edit and make this really custom. I won't go too much in depth, but if you don't like the format of how the quizzes are, or you have a different format of how you want them, Again, each one of these are called AI cards. They're content cards. You could click edit and you can edit the prompt that was used to generate this. For example, if you want the questions to be longer, or if you want it formatted with like true or false as an H1 and the text to be in paragraph format, or if you have a style of a quiz that's not one of these three, it's not multiple choice, true or false, or fill in the blank, you could customize that as well. So this is the second template that I think is something really valuable. We see a lot of customers that are using it for so many different use cases. Let me go here now, the third one. Okay, this is a good one. So another workflow that we see, another template that you can leverage out of the box is turning a video into different pieces of short form clips, right? Taking it and creating YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, LinkedIn videos, Facebook reels, TikTok clips, right? You've just got a wealth of options. So many people leave video and they post a long form and they don't do anything else with it. Or they get off a coaching session with a group of customers and they don't extract clips from that session that could potentially be used as little bite-sized clips, either to share in their community or to put into an email blast or to share on social media. And so let's not waste those efforts, right? Let's take the long form content and chop it up into bite-sized pieces. And we have a workflow for that. This is called turn video. So if you went to create, right, and you see all these templates that are here, if we scrolled up, this one right here is called turn video. Where is it? Did I scroll too fast? Here. Turn video into social media clips. Hopefully we made that super simple, right? You select a template that says turn video into social media clips so that after you upload your video, you'll get this. In this example, it extracts and creates a few short form clips. And so here you could see I've got different clips with a title, a description, and I can have some export options, but I'm going to go ahead and jump to YouTube Shorts. And so here you go. You've got different clips here. And what's great is we show you the timestamps. We automatically take a screenshot of the thumbnail for that video. And so each one gets their own unique thumbnail. What's great with this is that you could, again, see the title, see if this is a video that you want to watch. You could preview the video here in line. So it makes it super simple and intuitive so you can quickly go through each video and preview them. And once you're ready to export, you can come over here and you can say, hey, you know what? I want to enable my captions and let's change the captions to my brand color. So, potentially for Alphana, we'll go like this, like, let's say color, right? And that'll be the background. The font color, I'll keep it white. Now you could customize these settings. We have a lot more design settings that are coming soon, right? So for now, you can enable captions and change the colors. The colors won't appear in the preview. So if you're seeing this for the first time, don't worry. We render all these settings once you download and export the clips. The other thing you could do is you could change the formatting of the clip. So right now you're seeing this is in a vertical video, right? We took the widescreen landscape video, we turned it into vertical. And you could choose whether you want the video to fill the entire screen or whether you want it to fit or auto. Now, these are very important things with clips. And because what auto is going to do is it's going to use AI to be able to detect the active speakers and center them on the frame so that if you have a vertical video, it's automatically framing it in the center and it's not getting cropped off if you're off the screen, right? That works great. Again, if you've got two speakers or let's say it's a Zoom call or whatever it is, and you want to make sure it automatically reformats it. Now, if you're sharing your screen as an example, right? Like I am right now, I'm sharing my screen with you. I probably wouldn't choose auto because auto, it's only going to focus on me in the frame. And it's okay. If you just wanted to focus on the person, auto will work well. But typically what I like to do is use fit because what fit will do is it'll put my screen share right here in the center. So I don't have, and I'll show you that example actually. I'm going to go ahead and hit edit. I'm going to hit fit and click generate. By doing this, it's just going to show you now the frame so I can show you what I'm talking about. Is that going to work? I apologize. Actually, it's not going to render in the preview. That happens when you download. But again, just imagine that the landscape version would appear right here. This is so that you could show the full video with what you're sharing so that if that's important to your audience, if you're going to post a short form clip, you want that to appear. Now, it leaves black space on the top and bottom. So captions would end up being like right here. And that leaves you room so that let's say you're posting on TikTok or Instagram, you could just insert text there. You probably see a lot of videos there. You could just add any text you want on that top block part, which works out really well. So as I keep going, what you'll notice is that we do one for each: YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, right? They are different clips. Don't mind the preview here. But really the point of this is to kind of show you that we've got these different versions. So if you know that you're only doing Instagram or you're only doing YouTube, you don't have to create all of these, right? You could always click add card, and these options are in there. So if I went and typed YouTube, right, you'll see that YouTube Shorts is already here as an option. But if I typed in, let's say, LinkedIn or, TikTok as an example, you'll see TikTok videos, right? And so all of these are already available as cards that you could just add to any project, and then you could save those workflows in a template. But this is a great one if you're trying to find clips and come up with different variations to preview so that you could post more content. Any future plan to have the ability to share outputs directly to WordPress, Medium, YouTube, social, etc.? That's such a great question. Definitely. So the way that we're enabling that is through webhooks. We are already wrapping up QA testing. We're in the middle of it right now as we speak. We've been building this out for a while now, and webhooks are going to allow you to connect Alphana to all these third-party systems like WordPress and Medium and YouTube and different social media outlets. And so what's great is that once you've set up one workflow here, you could connect it either directly to those platforms like Medium or WordPress, and now you could have like your blog posts automatically posted there, or you could have your YouTube video automatically posted to YouTube. So this entire thing is really about how do we automate a lot of these content workflows and then get them out of Alphana to where it is that you want. And so we're trying to wrap it up. We're probably maybe just a few more weeks away, hopefully not more than another 2 weeks. And we just want to make sure it's working really well before we start getting that rolled out to everyone. All right, next one is on the clips. Do we put them on our channel and get views while they get the credit? Yeah, so for example, let's say I took Ali Abdal's video and I extracted one of these clips and I put it up on YouTube. Your approach is not claiming it as your own. Let's say you're extracting this clip, you would add information and insights to it. Like, hey, I watched this video and here's a 60-second clip of what Ali, how he explains time management as an example, right? Give credit back to all the creators. If you're using the content, you're extracting clips and you're sharing it, and tag their creator page, right? Because it gives them visibility, but it helps you as a person being more of the curator versus the content creator in that aspect. I'm new to Alphana. Can we connect up our accounts directly to post to from Alphana? So this is more related to the webhooks question that was asked earlier. We don't have direct connections in Alphana today, so you can connect social networks. But once we have webhooks, you'll be able to connect to other platforms like Make.com, Zapier, and YouTube and some others directly so that you could make those connections. And we'll have a whole video and walkthrough of how to do that once we're ready to release it. I don't know if everyone knows that LinkedIn is now adding video clips. Hey, that's a great point. This is why we have LinkedIn videos. If you're already doing video, but you're not doing video on LinkedIn, I would highly recommend that you start. LinkedIn has a dedicated tab as well for videos, and they work well in vertical format. In this one, because some people still like to do it square, so we have a square version. But again, you could change that setting and do vertical, square, or landscape depending on the platform that you're posting on. But that's a great point because LinkedIn is getting stronger at videos. Not only that, I don't have it in here, but X or Twitter, right? So if any of you are using X or Twitter, or it helps for your audience, video it has become a lot more popular as well. What about organizing all the projects into folders, less cluttered that way? I agree. We don't have folders today, but I could perhaps show you a quick way to help with organizing that we do today. So it's on our roadmap. We will have a way for you to be able to organize your projects even further than what we have today, right? It's something that we're working on. We're trying to make sure we do it in the right approach. And we're also trying to get webhooks out the door before we dive into that. But today I've got all these projects. I try to favorite, I don't know if you guys do see this, but you could favorite and heart a couple projects that you're really interested in. And so if you're trying to come back to them pretty quickly, I come in here and I'll click favorites and I'll be able to see a couple of the projects that I'm trying to go back to a little bit more often. It also appears here in the sidebar, so you can see those projects. And of course, you've got your recents here on the left sidebar. The other way that I try to organize is, for example, I'll add titles and labels. So like Summarize, Ebook, clips. And so, for example, if I'm trying to look for summarize, I could just search up here and it'll filter and show me anything that has summarize in it. Or, for example, I've got a lot of newsletter examples. And so I'll put keywords in the titles. And this is how I get by for now in terms of trying to organize, because the search right now could search any of the titles in the projects. So while we're working on folders and more organizational features, these are just some tips that I would recommend is label in your titles. You could put it at the beginning of a title, use the favorites feature for a couple of ones that you need to come back to. And if you're creating stuff for, like, for example, client calls, like let's just say this one is summarized, but this is a template or a thing that you're doing for a client call, just change this to client calls. Right? And now you could save that as a template so that now anytime you're looking for anything related to client calls, you could just do a quick search for it. And so this would be an example of, other ways of being able to organize meanwhile until we get more organizational features inside of you. Right now, we just kind of showed a couple great AI template workflows. You've got one of turning video into summary and kind of analyzing it, extracting insights. We turned it into a quiz, multiple quizzes that you could use. We used it to turn video into short form clips, right? Especially in a video world that we are today, this is super important. The next one up, somebody mentioned lead gen a little bit earlier, is actually generating ebooks. So I don't know if anybody's used this, but this is another really popular template that we have inside of here. Imagine you watch any video and now you want to get some ideas to create a brand new ebook out of it, or perhaps you got off a coaching call or a call with one of your customers, or you did a webinar and now you want to create ebooks based out of it. And so the first one that we do when you select this template is we'll actually just generate several ideas, right? And so in this case, we'll come up with 5 ebook ideas based on the content. And you'll see here, it gives you a title like how to turn your creative passion into a business, right? And then it gives you a description of what could be in this ebook. Or the art of storytelling, right? Creating content with social impact. Learn how to tell engaging stories, not only entertain, but also offer insight into social issues. This guide is perfect for creators who want to inject purpose into their content. So you can see here how it helps you to figure out like a couple ideas of what you could do based off of a video. But to take it a step further, we help you by actually generating an outline for an ebook. So in this example, this ebook outline is based on unleashing your creative potential. And then what it does is it breaks out chapter by chapter, right? Chapter 1, finding your passion. And it's telling you to dive into why passion matters, discovering what excites you, and then the power of I wish this existed. Ignore the slashes. This just means it's italics. It's a formatting issue, but again, this is what that is. So this is what's great is that you could take this ebook and now you've got chapters, right, that are all ready to go. And you can leverage this. If you like what the chapters look like, then based on these chapters, we can have AI to actually draft and create the full ebook. So why are ebooks even important? I don't know if anybody's using ebooks today, but they're essentially lead magnets, right? You put up a landing page with a form, and in that landing page, it could be like, from followers to customers, learn how to monetize your audience and explore different revenue models. And it's like, get the ebook that shows you how to get insights to turn your social media followers into reliable income. Just imagine that landing page title. You put a form fill there, and once a user puts their email address and clicks submit, what you would do is immediately send them back the ebook as the file that they get access to for giving you their email address. Then if you're trying to collect leads, you set up an email nurture sequence that you could send out on a daily or weekly basis to that audience related to that topic, right? So that you can nurture them to convert them into either customers or for whatever it is that you're trying to do. And we have a template that can help you with actually generating a newsletter or generating a email sequence as well. So you could literally turn a video and create the email sequence after you create the lead magnet. If you're like, hey, you know what? I just wanted to come up with the title and figure out what the full draft would look like. And you'll see in here that this draft actually created a full ebook with chapters and the copy that you can use in here. So like chapter 1 is a creative dilemma, building your creative careers, chapter 2, chapter 3 would be the long game. And you'll see that it drafts what the ebook could look like. In this example, it gave 6 chapters. This could be broken up into 6 pages. Potentially, this could be 12 pages if in between each page you throw in just like a nice image or artwork or something like that. And this is now copy ready with insights all pulled from a video that most likely is in your market if you put that into Alphana. And you could hand this over now to a designer or throw it into something like Canva, or honestly, just put it on a Notion page and link out to that page for someone to access the insights that are derived from here. And what's great is, and not a lot of people know this, but you can actually generate AI images in Alphana. So what we do with the ebook is we actually analyze the video, and based on the insights, we generate several images that could be used with your ebook. And what's great is that they're all tied towards the concepts and topics that are being discussed in the video, right? Now, of course, images never gets text completely right. So you get a series of options. But what's great is we actually, like, for example, this image, we provide the full prompt that was used to generate the image. So if you like this image, but you want to make tweaks to it, you could actually take the prompt, copy and paste that back into Alphana, and now make the tweaks that you want in order to create a different image that you're looking for. Like this one's visualizing a calendar marked with the phrase 2 years in bold letters, right? It serves as a metaphorical representation of the dedication and time commitment essential for the success of a creative business. Now, it wrote this prompt because that's what they're talking about in the video, right? They're talking about visualizing success, maybe the time period of 2 years, how you need to make a content calendar for business and all this stuff. And so this shows you a representation of it that you can leverage. And again, it gives a lot of different examples that you can use, all for an ebook to put it together. And if you wanted to make adjustments to it, again, each AI card, you could just go ahead and hit edit, and you could customize. You see in here, we said, hey, based on this, we're going to create an ebook that will serve as a lead magnet. Please create some visuals and supporting images for the ebook cover. Do not use text in the visuals. Keep the intro description limited to 12 to 15 words max. So this is just one example of a prompt that you can use, and you can customize the settings to be able to generate images for your content. Is there a roadmap anywhere? Yes, we do have our roadmap on feedback.alphana.ai, and you can hit the roadmap tab. There's some things that we haven't put on here yet, but you could see in progress some of the things that we're currently working on. So this is a great place to see. This is also a place to upvote. So if you see things that you really need or really want, I want you to go ahead and hit, search in here, go ahead and upvote those items. On the feedback tab, you could see that all the items that people are adding. And again, you can upvote or go ahead and just hit create post, and then you can submit that request. We review all of them, and we try to figure out the ones and helps us in prioritizing what we're working on. We have some stuff that we're doing that maybe you might not see here, but some of the things that people are really requesting, we want to make sure we're as transparent as possible. That's going to be in our email as well. Is there any way to feed Alphana into a Google Sheet? When we have webhooks complete, again, we're in testing. We've already built it out. You'll be able to actually push all these content cards into different rows or columns in a spreadsheet. So you're going to be able to do a lot of automation workflows once we have that ready. Is there a showcase of the community's templates we can use as our own? If you're in Alphana and you click on the templates tab, the featured templates are all the templates that we've created and that everyone in the community has access to. And so everything that you see here on my screen are all templates that you could use without creating your own. Everything from marketing, newsletter generators, social media posts. We've got a YouTube content workflow, a LinkedIn generator, blog post generator. So these are all different templates that you have access to inside of Alphana. And almost every week, we're creating new templates and adding it in here as well. And not only templates, but also AI cards. Now, we would love to see more templates from the community. So if any of you are creating workflows or templates that you think might be valuable, we'd love to feature you. We'll give you a mention in our newsletter. We'll feature you we'll add it in here. And, if you want to get some credit for it, I'd love to work with you on it. But if you're creating templates that might be a little bit different or something that you think might be valuable for others, I'd love to be able to feature that for you. So, just throw it into the community or shoot us a message and we could chat more offline on it. Awesome. Where do I find artworks again? So that would be an AI card. What about video editing, adding music, transitions, cutting video as we edit captions? Yeah, we don't have full-blown video editing right now. You could clip videos, but we don't have that functionality right now. It is something that we do have on our roadmap so that eventually you'll be able to actually do a lot more with it. We're still trying to again, we're rolling out a lot of these things that we're doing, but trying to find the best way in an editor style, because, Alphana is not a full-blown video editor. And we're trying to find a simpler way, a UI that can allow you to be able to quickly create and edit videos inside of here, but without the extended complications of what some of the full-blown editors are. So it's something that we're working on and figuring out the best ways for you to be able to do simple things like adding transitions and cutting and doing these different things, because for us, it's really important that we can automate the entire video production process for you. For the images, if you click here, you could just type in here images, and then you'll see that we've got a AI images card, which will generate the images for you. Let's look at maybe one or two more templates if you guys want to take a look. The next one is an AI workflow. Hey, we just showed you how to turn video into ebooks and clips and quizzes and summaries, but now what if you wanted to generate full-blown blog posts, right? Grab any YouTube video, a podcast, a webinar, your meetings, your calls, and turn them into a blog post. And of course, we provide blog post images. So you can see here, this generated 4 beautiful images that can be used based on the topics of the video. These actually came out pretty cool. I mean, look at this. This is on Earth. They're at a basketball. So we've got this as an example. And what's great is that we generate different types of blog posts. When you're writing a blog post from a video, there's different reasons and different insights that you could extract from a video. And so you've got one where you're just recapping the video, right? So you could take a video and just recap it and just be like, all right, here's all the key takeaways. And this explains how I did XYZ. And it's pulling all the insights that kind of gives you all the takeaways from the video, right? Another one that we have is called Deep Insights. And Deep Insights, really, if I open up the prompt here, it's more of an analytical blog post. And from what it says here, right, it deeply examines the most significant insights. So this one doesn't just recap the video. It kind of goes much deeper into it and actually produces more versus what's just inside of the video. And so this is a completely different format than the recap blog post. Then we've got one that's great for like how-to tutorials. Let's say in the video, they're teaching you how to do something. Now you could turn that blog post into a how-to tutorial, like how to capture and keep your audience's attention like Mr. Beast, right? And then it dives right into it and it teaches you, right? Here's what you'll learn. Here's what you need. And then it goes deeper into all the concepts for the blog post. We have another format called problem solution. So it kind of frames the problem that people are talking about in the video. It shows you the stories of the struggle, right? Common challenges in breaking view barriers. And then it goes into the solution. This is a nice way to frame content if you think about it. And the reason why I love this and why a lot of people love this template is because sometimes you don't know what type of you need or you want, right? There's times where you're like, I know that I just want to do a video recap. Great. Create a project and the only one you want to put in there is video recap. But if you want to see a couple of variations, so you could pick the one that you like before you publish it, or guess what? You might have 5 or 6 of these that are great blog posts. Now schedule them out for the next 5 weeks, right? And publish them to your WordPress CMS. And so I really encourage everyone to go through it. We have this in here so that you could read through each one so that you could figure out, okay, let me see the one that works best for my use cases. And then you could start using those going forward, like the expert guide, case study, the blog post listicle, right? Or Q&A. This is actually pretty cool. It actually, essentially what it does is it breaks it down into questions, right? Lists all the questions. What makes a video go viral? Is character development important to YouTube? How does AI play a role in content creation? So it just gives you a nice set of different format of blog posts that you could leverage for your content. All right, let's take a couple more questions. Instead of uploading video to Alphana in the future, will we be able to upload a text document or a Google Sheet? Yes, we're working on ways so you can import more formats. But guess what? If you click create, okay, and let's say you have a text document, just copy and paste the entire document right here in this text box, okay? You could copy and paste it right into this text box and then select any template to generate content from it. The only thing it won't do today is it won't generate video. But if you copy and paste the entire text content, you could generate AI images, you could generate blog posts, newsletters, summaries, any of the other pieces of content inside of Alphana. The same thing with a spreadsheet. It depends on what's in the spreadsheet. But sometimes you can get away with just copying all the cells in the spreadsheet and just pasting it in here. If you just need certain context from it, that may not be as perfect. But I say give it a shot and see, depending on the material of the sheet that you're looking for. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that helps others as well. Even though we're very video and media heavy, you could copy and paste text from here. You can also copy and paste blog posts. You could copy and paste, again, other documents, tutorials, anything. I love this. So I'm so glad that I upgraded to the tier 3 with less than 10 minutes left on the timer. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy you did too. Hopefully you're getting the value out of it. Let's see, I don't want to go to another platform to do it. It would be great to do everything here, post via webhook. Yep, webhooks is definitely going to let you to do that. We want to keep you in Alphana as much as possible, and it really just eliminate how much time you're spending on creating content or extracting insights. Is there an Alphana community? Yes, we do have a community. We're trying to get it more active now. That's where we post our weekly events. We're going to start posting more templates in there that people can have access to. And again, I want everyone here, post your templates. What are you creating? Let's drop it inside of the community, or send it to me if you think it's worth it, and we can push it out to everyone and give you credit for it as well. If you have ideas, you come up with ideas, let's share it. I think a lot of you are doing some really cool things inside of Alphana. You could pretty much do thousands of things. But again, I always tell everyone, start small, one thing at a time. And as you come up with an idea, try it. And little by little, you'll start seeing daily all the different things that you could do. Hey, you want to upgrade to a higher tier? So guys, if you need anything, please just reach out to me. I think, again, there's a lot of value in what we've got here. Today was really about, I want to show you a couple of the top templates, AI templates that a lot of people are using, some of my favorite ones as well. Again, we have dozens of templates. We've got over 100 AI cards, which are different content pieces you can create. And so it just takes one step at a time. Like, what are you trying to create? What are you trying to achieve? Go ahead inside of Alphana and, there's almost a card for almost anything. I appreciate everyone's time. John, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're finding this helpful. If there's something new that you want me to talk about next week, please let me know. Again, this is Alphana Insider Live. We do this session every single week. It's every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. They usually run about an hour. And this is really going deeper into AI, different workflows, especially with marketing and content creation. And so thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. If you need anything at all, please reach out, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. And don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit like and drop a comment when we drop this replay. I had to throw that out there. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.